Yeah. It's me. Secret Society members at work. That is what we're talking about. Okay. So, obviously, I've been, I've been working in car design studios for about the past 10 years, and didn't obviously I wasn't awake, didn't know what was going on. But looking back over the past 10 years, I can see that I was surrounded by secret society members. A lot of them have been my boss, and they've been around me, but I just didn't realise until now what was going on. So I want to talk about it a bit so other people can recognise who they are. The first thing I notice is they tend to occupy positions too high for their ability. Uh, you know, um, they're the people who you think, why are you doing that job? And I'm not going to get personal about anything. They just seem to be in too high a position for their ability. Another thing I notice, they always ask you for personal information. Now over my 10 years of working, I've never felt the need to ask for anyone's address, but the amount of times I've been asked for addresses, my address, when I've been at work, by these people who seem to be secret society members is a lot, and there's no reason why anyone would ask me that information. It's weird. I always thought it was weird, but I kind of, didn't worry about it too much. Okay. Right. So another thing they do is they try and undermine you. They'll try and undermine your social status. They'll try and make other people dislike you and stuff like that. I get a lot of things like people sort of yawning at what you say, rolling their eyes, like trying to bring you down a peg or two socially, and I've had that done to me a lot, in the car design studios, especially in my last few jobs. Yeah, so look out for that. Another thing, I was in a bar in Santa Monica the other day, and I had a secret society recruiter come to me. I'm pretty sure the Church of Scientology has been trying to recruit me, because back when I was working at Jaguar, I was talking about ancient alien theory and how I believe it, and that, and I had a guy, he was started to say, "Oh, it sounds like Scientology." And I turned around and said, "It's nothing like Scientology. Scientology is an occult. They're not nice. They trap people. They ruin people's families. We've all seen the documentaries. The Panorama, BBC documentary, and what have you. The ancient alien theory isn't restricted to L. Ron Hubbard's stupid ideas. So I've realised the guy that come to me the other day, I think he was a Scientologist as well. And when I was living in LA, I was living in a house with a guy, and he come into my room and he started going on about Scientology, and he said, "You should go and at least see what they've got to say." I just said, "I know what they've got to say. I know what's behind it. I'm not interested, at all." And so a couple of times, and I know because I know the secret societies have been recruiting me, and I know it's into the Scientology that they're trying to do it. And if there's any Scientologists out there, get out of that group. Get out, because it's evil. So a lot of these people, they're getting taken away from their families. So a secret society is a secret for a reason. It's because what they're doing is bad. And if people found out about it, they wouldn't allow it to happen. That's why they're secret. Okay. And this guy sat next to me, and he started. He came with a stage of supreme intelligence. He come to me as more intelligent than me, and that was his stage that he come to me with. And he started going on about like this. Your reality is only exists for you, and all this kind of thing, you know. I want to say something about this ridiculously stupid philosophy, which is basically the same as the philosophy of the cat in the box. You know, these dickheads who say if you put a cat in a box, the cat no longer exists. You know, this is like Luciferian rubbish, like that they use to justify you doing what you want. You know, so if they can get you to believe in that, then they could put a human being in front of you and say, well, you can kill that human being because that human being only exists for you. It's not a real person, you know. And they're presenting the concept that the whole universe revolves around you, you know, which is not true. You know, if you hurt another person, they do exist. The rest of the universe exists outside of what I'm experiencing. Okay, it's a precursor to that, you know, so they can justify getting you to do bad things. They'll film it and then they'll blackmail you, you know. Okay, so look out for that. You know, look out for these like ridiculous ideas that they try and push onto you that are just rubbish. You tend to find like they might ruin your work projects, either deliberately or just because they're not so good at what they do. You know, I found that a lot. You know, especially like in my past couple of years of working. You know, there's definitely been a bit of that going on. Okay, so they gang stalk you, and they'll get people to gang stalk you. You know, they're probably like, you know, paying people or threatening them or promising them things that they're not going to get, etc. You know, so it's easy to see, really. I mean, the ones that are gang stalking you, you know, are basically aligned with someone in a secret society, or they're all in a secret society. Most of them are probably doing it for a bit of money, you know. Yeah, social power. They always seem to wield more social power than what their personality kind of deserves, if you know what I mean. You know, some people, they've got larger than life personalities. You can see why people are drawn towards them, you know, and a lot of times I might be as well. You know the kind of people that I mean, they've got a lot of charisma. You can understand why people like that are popular, you know. But when some people you see who are popular, you think, you know, what is going on there? Why is there so many people like align themselves with them, you know? And I think it's because their social power doesn't come from their personality; it comes from other place, you know, their secret society and their friends, and maybe they've got very rich through the secret societies as well. Okay. So look out for that, you know. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I want to say on the subject, you know. I could have got quite personal about it, and actually I did make a film before this one, which was quite more personal, but I don't believe in that. And I want, you know, if secret society members that I've worked with in the past, I want you to get out with them, you know. I want you to get out, and I want you to turn to Jesus. Because this shit is real, you know. And I don't think anyone who's in these secret societies who's worshipping Lucifer really believes in Lucifer. Because if you do, the Bible says you're going to go to hell, you know. And don't go there. Don't go there, because you can go and be with God if you want. I don't know why anyone would choose to go down this hell route. Don't make any sense, you know. You don't have to live like a nun to be a Christian. You know, you just be good to it. All you've got to do is just be good to each other. That's all Jesus taught. You know, there's nothing more in it really. So that's what I want to say about it. I want to say, you know, get out of the secret society, save yourself, save your friends, save your family. You know what they want to do. They want to destroy you. Okay. So that's me. Okay, I'll see you.